controlling emotions is easier said than done. It's in our nature, the first few seconds of any stimulus, to want to respond very quickly. And scientists say that's because of millions of years of our biology protecting us thus far. I mean, it makes sense at face value if you think we evolved primitively in a sense of reptilian responses, right? The instinctual nature ecologically to help us survive was to be able to make quick decisions without actually making decisions. It's almost like we're just stimuli responding to our environment. So that's ingrained within our neurology to do that. And then, over time, if we evolved linearly through the evolution, right, through natural selection, to have more, let's say, social construct or the ability to form groups, because the group identity gave us pragmatic advantage over other animals that had much more power, right? Much more strength than us. Like, we were able to beat the saber-toothed tigers because we had the group think. We had the social construct ability. However that formed, it did form. So we needed to be able to work amongst each other, but it's still at the same time was a very primitive level, emotive level especially, of operating in the world, because it was like, dog eat dog, man eat man. And if now, coming into this new age, having the ability to rationally think, to be able to visualize futures of what's possible, we can foreshadow what's to come next. And now we know and now it's very clear that in a society where we have enough cognizance to jail people for doing rash, primordial, emotive responses to things like, oh, I don't like the way that guy just scared me right now, like he accidentally surprised me, let me just chop his head off. You're not gonna think that. However, right away you just want to react to things. It's so important not to do that for one reason. Whether you agree with the rant that I just went on for the last 4 minutes explaining the very limited observation and understanding of natural selection and biology and history and all of that, whether you agree with that or not, or you hate me already, it's simple. If we evolved from something that wasn't necessarily what we would deem as human today, then we don't want to be following the same actions that those organisms act upon. It wouldn't make much sense. If anything, if we did evolve from that, then every time we act out an emotion, every time we act out of instinct, then we are just as bad as those creatures, or just not necessarily as bad, right? Because the lion isn't killing as much as it is eating. But do we want to live a life or on the same cognitive level as a crocodile or a chimp? And if the answer is no, then we must not act as quickly as we feel we should, which is easier said than done.